Welcome to English Podcast Academy, where we make learning English easy and fun. Hello, my lovely students. My name is Olivia, and today I have a simple question for you. Is your English good enough? You might think, no, I still make mistakes, or I don't feel ready. But let me show you something different. Let's take a small step together, and I promise you'll be surprised. Imagine this. A boy walks into a shop. He says, "I want an apple." The shopkeeper smiles and gives him one. That's it. You understood the story, right? Simple, short, and clear. That means you can understand English. Let's try another. A girl is late for school. She runs fast. Her teacher says, "Why are you late?" She says, "I missed the bus." Again, you understood it. That means your brain is already working in English. Learning a language is not about being perfect. It's about communication. Even native speakers say, forget words, or change sentences halfway. So if you're thinking, I make mistakes, guess what? So does everyone. Now picture this. You're in a cafe. A tourist asks, "Where is the train station?" You answer, "Go straight, then turn left." That's real communication. That's success. And yes, you can do that too. So, if you understand these stories, if you're smiling right now because it feels easy, that means your English is better than you think. Don't let fear or doubt stop you. You've already started the journey, and I'm here to help you go even further. Are you ready? Let's begin. Let's start with the first story. Emma is a teacher. She is 30 years old and lives in a small town near the mountains. Every morning she wakes up at 6:30 when her alarm clock rings. Sometimes she wants to sleep more, but she smiles and says, "It's time to teach." She gets out of bed, opens the window, and takes a deep breath. The air is fresh and quiet. Emma drinks a cup of hot coffee in her kitchen. She loves coffee with a little milk and no sugar. While drinking, she listens to soft music or watches the birds outside. Then she eats breakfast, usually toast with cheese or a bowl of fruit. After breakfast, she puts on her favorite blue jacket, takes her bag, and walks to school. At school, she teaches English to young children. Her classroom is full of colors, drawings, and happy faces. The students laugh a lot because Emma is kind, patient, and funny. She tells jokes, plays word games, and makes learning exciting. One student once said, "Emma makes English feel like a game." That made her heart warm. When school finishes at 3 hours, Emma doesn't go home right away. She walks to the park near the school with her brown dog, Max. Max is small and very friendly. Children in the park often run to pet him. Emma sits on her favorite bench under a big tree, puts on her headphones, and listens to music. She likes calm songs with soft guitar sounds. As the sun starts to go down, the sky turns orange and pink. Emma watches the sunset quietly. It's her favorite moment of the day. It makes her feel peaceful and happy. After that, she walks home with Max, slowly, enjoying the cool air. At home, she takes a warm shower, changes into comfortable clothes, and makes a cup of tea. She doesn't watch TV. Instead, she reads a book, usually a mystery or a story about travel. Reading helps her relax. Around 10 hangs her, she turns off the lights and says, "Good night, Max." Then she goes to sleep, ready for another beautiful day. Now, did you understand that? If yes, that's amazing. You're doing great. Let's try another story. This one is about Mark. Mark is a taxi driver. He lives in a big, busy city with tall buildings, lots of cars, and people walking everywhere. Every morning he wakes up at 7, eats a quick breakfast, usually bread and eggs, and then starts his day. Mark loves his job because he meets many people. He drives his yellow taxi through the city streets, picking up passengers from airports, hotels, shops, and offices. Some people are quiet, some people are very friendly, and some people come from different countries and speak English. Mark always smiles and says, "Hello, how are you?" even if he feels tired. He wants to learn English because he has a big dream. He wants to visit London one day. He wants to see Big Ben, ride the London Eye, and drink tea in a small English cafe. So, every day, he practices. When he's alone in the car, he listens to the radio. Sometimes it's music, sometimes it's the news. But most of the time, he listens to English podcasts. One of his favorite podcasts teaches simple English sentences. He repeats after the speaker. Where are you from? Do you like this city? What do you do? Mark also learns English with his passengers. If someone speaks English, Mark takes the chance to talk. He says, "Where do you want to go?" And, "Do you like the city?" Most people smile and answer kindly. One woman said, "Your English is very good." That made Mark so happy. He talked about it all day. Sometimes Mark writes new words in a small notebook. He keeps it in his taxi. When he stops at a red light, he looks at one new word and says it out loud. Street, building, museum, traffic. These are the words he uses every day. At night, Mark parks his taxi, goes home, eats dinner, and watches short English videos online. His favorite one is about a man traveling in London. Mark watches it again and again, dreaming of the day he can do the same. Then he goes to bed and thinks, "Tomorrow I'll learn more." Let's try one more. This story is about Anna. Anna is a student. She is 20 years old and studies biology at university. She lives in a small apartment near campus with her cat, Luna. Every morning, Anna wakes up at 7:30. She makes a cup of tea, eats a banana or some cereal, and then walks to class with her backpack full of books. She loves learning about animals, plants, and how the human body works. Her favorite subject is about the ocean. "There is so much we don't know," she says. In the morning, she listens carefully to her professors, takes notes, and sometimes asks questions. She is a quiet student, but very curious. In the afternoon, Anna usually goes to the university library. She finds a quiet corner, puts on her glasses, and starts reading. She doesn't only read biology books, she also reads novels in English. Her favorite is The Little Prince. She reads slowly, underlining new words. Sometimes she writes little notes in the margins like, "What does this mean?" or "Look this up later." Anna also watches English videos online. Sometimes it's a science video. Sometimes it's a funny vlog. She doesn't understand everything, and sometimes she feels lost. But she never gives up. She smiles and says, "It's okay. I'll understand it next time." That's her superpower. She keeps trying. Every week she learns new words. On Mondays, she writes 5 new words on sticky notes and puts them on her wall. Forest, research, discover, protect, solution. She reads them out loud every day. Sometimes she uses them in sentences like, "Scientists want to protect the forest," or "We need a solution for this problem." Anna's dream is simple but strong. She wants to speak English confidently with people around the world. She wants to go to international science camps, meet students from other countries, and share ideas in English. One day, she says, I will talk about biology in English, and people will understand me. At night, before bed, Anna looks out the window and watches the stars. She hugs her cat and thinks, "I'm not perfect, but I'm getting better every day." So, what do these stories show you? They're not about complicated grammar or big, difficult words. They use everyday vocabulary, words like book, taxi, dog, coffee, dream. They use simple sentence structures like she goes to school or he listens to the radio. And they talk about real common situations, going to work, studying, walking in the park, talking to people. If you understood these stories, even just most of them, then your English is already working. Really, your brain is already thinking in English. That's something to be proud of. You don't need to know every word in the dictionary. You don't need to speak fast or perfectly. You just need to understand, communicate, and keep going. Think about it. Emma teaches children, Mark talks to passengers, and Anna reads and learns step by step. None of them are perfect, but they are trying. and that's what makes them grow. You're the same. If you're listening, reading, and understanding right now, then you are doing exactly what you need to do. English is not just a subject in school. It's a tool, a bridge to other people, other places, other ideas. And the best part? You don't have to run. You just have to keep walking. Little by little, day by day. Watch a video, read a story, say a sentence out loud. Make mistakes. Smile. Try again. That's how real learning happens. So be proud of yourself. You're already on the road. And with every story you hear and understand, you're getting closer to the confident English speaker you want to become. So, what do these stories show you? They're not filled with difficult grammar or long, confusing words. They use everyday language, simple vocabulary, short sentences, and real-life moments. If you understood these stories, that means your English is already working. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to understand, communicate, and keep learning. Like Emma, Mark, and Anna, you're making progress every day. If you enjoyed this lesson, please give it a like. Write, "I understood the stories," in the comments, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to check out our listening practice playlists to keep getting better every day. They're designed just for you, to help you grow step by step with real English you can actually use. You're doing great. Seriously, the fact that you're here, listening and learning, that's something to be proud of. Keep going, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.